As a small business owner, you try to prepare for the best you can for everything and anything that comes your way. And it does lead to sometimes maybe early mornings where you can't really sleep that well and you have to come to conclusions on a few things. But nothing that I've experienced in my life has prepared me for what it is and what it takes to not just manage two locations a long way apart from one another. That is easy compared to trying to manage the health and the well-being of your parents at the same time. There are definitely a lot of things that you have to navigate, you have to negotiate, and you have to control, which sometimes you can. Most of the times you just do the best you can, especially when one parent is a physical situation where the condition of her being physical is not that well, while the other one tends to lean more towards the mental side of things, the dementia, the onslaught of dementia. And you go through the gyrations of, am I dealing with an 83-year-old or am I dealing with a 5-year-old? There's always that extreme to one and extreme to the other. Sometimes you get the best of both, and other times, it's easy, like it's old times again. But it's not, and you have to recognize that these are glimmers. These are just small pieces of when someone is capable of having an adult conversation before you switch over and you're having a child conversation. Navigating through the medical and the hospital language, the protocols, the processes, the insurances, the Medicare, Medicaid, that environment is just insane. With all the rules and regulations, sometimes you understand them, a lot of times you really don't, because it seems like common sense just goes out the window when little things that you should be doing or can be doing, it can't happen for one reason or another, and that's where the aggravation begins. And then of course you're witnessing your parents' health degrade, and in the case of what we're going through, we had to watch for almost 2 weeks of where health was just slowly going away because of inactivity or the inability to position her in a location that can help her instead of just letting her lay dormant with minimum care. So that's pretty tough to see, because you want to scream, you know what I mean? So when you get back to running your shop and running your team and running your business, of course, everything becomes secondary. It's no lie. And the best thing that you could do, which I do on a constant basis, report to your team. Send them a video, let them know that you cannot be physically present. However, you are, available to some degree. And I think that's been a very good, strong suite for us here as a team for Buckley's. We have great individuals, but instead of being that wall and not engaging them, not putting them in with what's going on, I think it would make it much harder if I was standoffish or closed against the idea of sharing what I'm going through personally with them. Empathy is a very strong emotion, and as long as you can share with them your personal situation, personal feelings, exactly what's going on, I'm sure that in some cases, in most cases, they can relate to you, because it's probable, a high probability of them experiencing the same as you are. So getting together on the same level has been really important for us to not only manage our day-to-day with our parents, but also manage the day-to-day with our teams. And fortunately, I believe that these practices have helped us maintain a steady flow of business and throughput through both operations. Although they are 85 miles apart, I'm still confident that both locations are going to do well, and even the one that's 85 miles away. So I think these things are important. And again, I'm going to share them with you, and hopefully there's others that are experiencing, well, I don't say hope you're experiencing the same thing, but I know that there are others that have gone through the same thing, and I'm more than welcome to share mine continuously, hoping that, if there's feedback, or if there's anyone out there that may have listened, to put your own thoughts into this, and share some ideas on how you've navigated these situations. So again, it's what life of a small business owner is. It's what life as we know it, as we're having family members that are, transition from being with us to the point when they're not with us. And that's a whole other emotional roller coaster. But the thing to do is we have to make it manageable as these transitions take place. So, okay. All right. Thanks again. Thanks for letting me share. Talk to y'all later.